Keep on coming. Keep on coming.
I wonder who that book came from Amazon. It was from my brother, from my daughter. I'm like, who comes from Amazon?
That's funny.
She's like, no.
How's it going? Doing good. Doing good. Yeah, it's fun. You see, this is Brandon and Jessica. Or Devon Palm, I'm sorry.
Palm.
I always add the I'm sorry.
Tree.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, Devon Palm. I'm like, it's just Palm.
Yeah.
There's no tree.
That's funny.
Okay.
We all sang again. How was it finding the place? I
I
seen you drive by.
drove by and I was like, I was telling Leah, I was on the phone with her and I was like, I think it's right here. And then I saw 122 and I was like, no, I'm in the wrong spot. Kept going. I'm like, I was in the right spot. So I just parked.
Yeah.
Came
Well,
back.
once you get to the first time, you never miss it.
Yeah.
You never miss it the second time.
Crazy.
So
This is his office space.
yeah, this is where the branding group is hanging out now. So and I was going to drop this later, but I'll just tell you right now that we're going to get program. So if you or somebody else wants to come in and be like, you know what, I want to work on my business, but I don't want to do it at my house, they can come here and do the work from here. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll have a designated desk. So we'll have to coordinate, which I don't see as a problem. But
No, this is nice. This is real nice.
yeah.
I love the job. This. Let me text my other boy.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
man.
Like all
We have the desk where Jessica's at,
Uh-huh.
and then that corner desk right there, that's Charday.
Okay.
This is the sales team.
Okay.
That's the development team.
Okay.
And I got my little cave in the back.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta have a cave. Gotta have a cave.
That's it. That's it.
And my boy's getting off work right now. He'll be in 10, 15 minutes. I said, man, when you get here, you get here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Time.
That's it. That's it.
Time.
So you already saw this, right, Ruben? You saw this because this
Yeah,
is in
that's
the,
the one
this
you-
is in
yeah.
the magazine.
Yeah.
Here you go, Giovanna.
This is
That DVD is. So that's for you to watch, digest, and then give to your next person who needs to see the vision.
Okay.
So, yeah, because the what that does is that breaks down the Legal Shield product in a way that really I can't do it justice. You know what I mean? So it's got a great production value, and then it talks about how you get paid, and it breaks that all down in a way that, like I said, like I could do it, but why do it?
Right.
So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a night. Yeah.
yeah, I watched it and I was like, I want to sign up. Oh, good, I want to sign up. Okay, we're good.
He's like, all right, I'm signing up. Okay.
yeah, you got me. I'm in.
That's too funny.
But
Yeah, well, I read I like to read policies and procedures. So when I went on to Rubens, I just kind of read through this, just kind of see like what type of options they had for everybody. You know what I mean? So there's different things because I wanted to see if there was some key points that we could pull out that would apply to certain people.
Totally.
So like
That's what the mastermind section of this is for, about.
right. And so that's exactly, I wanted to see like if there's some, because if I go to somebody and be like, oh, you never know when you're gonna need a lawyer, then they're like, okay, why do I need this? But if I'm like, oh, if I can paint a scenario for them, like, you go out and it's New Year's and you're
Right.
having fun, and you may have had one or two drinks, and you decide you're gonna drive. You're still the designated driver. You only had 2 drinks. It's only been a few hours, and you get pulled over, and for whatever reason you get pulled over, and you blow whatever over 0.8 or
Yeah.
0.8. You're gonna be arrested. You're gonna get a DUI.
Right.
Do you have a lawyer? That type of thing. So I
And
need
if
to
you
have
rent-
real life situations.
Yeah, if you rent, what happens if they don't give you the deposit back?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
That just
What
happened
about
to
your
us.
will?
That just happened to my mother-in-law.
Yeah. What about your will? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a real life scenario right there.
Right.
Oh,
you,
yeah,
don't- you
sure.
don't have someone who's writing that for you.
Right.
Mhm.
What happens?
Right.
Right.
And you know the story, and that's
Yeah.
the story. That's
I
the
know.
story I told. I tell when I tell them about my testimony, my story, because I've used legal plans in the last 7 years. Fortunately, my company, which is called Legal Hired Me, and that's Legal Shield's competition.
Mhm.
So, and you understand the concept of a legal plan and why it's necessary, especially in today's world, along with identity theft and everything else. Most of the average person doesn't realize that. Like, what? Yeah, it's like healthcare. It's the same thing. I said, man, that thing the legal plan saved me hundreds of dollars. My living will and trust, which normally $1,500, cost me a processing fee, $70.
See you later, Jessica.
My bankruptcy back when I got divorced. Have a good night. My bankruptcy cost me $600 on a $1,700 cost.
Right.
And it was simple. And when I talked to Everson, because he's definitely like on board. He did the same thing. He went through a legal plan, did bankruptcy, and he was like, man, it was a breeze. I said, imagine somebody doing that for you, but now you're getting paid.
Mhm.
That's it.
I told him the first thing I did was once I talked with Al. I'm back to the website, and I was like, yes, but you know what? I wish I could get paid to refer myself
Right.
to somebody else to do this awesome service that they are, that's being given to me. And I'm like, it doesn't make no sense. But there's not a lot of legal plans out there. Most individual attorneys are doing it for themselves. One and a few others, but there's not a whole lot. So that market space is really, it's huge.
Yeah.
Right. So, but when I realized that, I was like, oh my gosh, wait a minute, this is today's world. Back 20, 30 years ago, this is great. But now, California, first of all, California itself is super happy. Right.
For real.
Yeah.
So, it just makes so much sense. You never know what life is. That story that, like I said in the video, you never know what that the stories that your parents used to tell you think you know, but you really don't know. So when something happens that you become older, it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I'm drowning in debt. I don't know what the first thing, I need these bill collectors to start calling me, and I'm just getting nervous and drowning. Okay, you have a legal plan, boom, they can give you the right advice. I didn't realize that because, again, like Legal Shield says, and I love their motto, the legal plans were, having an attorney, having the law behind you is made for Americans, and most Americans don't use it for what it really stands for, what it really there for. So again, most people don't have access to it. So I'll spend $20 to have a legal plan to help me out.
All day.
All day. And then on top of that, with the ID Shield, I canceled my free credit report.
Right.
Remember, I canceled that soon as I signed up, and I got the ID Shield, used the app and everything. So I just got to add more of my credit cards and different things with it. But I love that thing.
Yeah.
Credit tracker, report, everything is right there. But so it's just so many things. So we have to be able to tell that story, tell that testimony why this makes sense. At the same time, help people build their legal plan for themselves. And that's all it is we're doing. We help people build a legal plan, and most people don't know.
Right.
We're not trying to rob you. We're not trying to tip you. It's an actual service. This is what we need. And I used it. But it's always a challenge, just like we do after college.
Right. Like I told Ruben, it's bringing it to their attention. They don't know that they don't know they need it. So it's for us to present it to them so that they know that they do need it. Like they can realize that they actually need it.
Yeah.
Because right now people don't know they actually need it.
Right.
It's like hindsight. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay.
Right. You wish you had it.
It's
like you wish you had a better
I
insurance
wish I had
plan.
it right now.
Like when I got hit on the freeway, I wish I had a better insurance plan because I didn't have uninsured motorist insurance.
See?
I was on the hook. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna dive in because we're recording it. So I'm gonna dive in.
Yes.
I'm gonna talk about the 10K program. So every single meeting, we're gonna get here. We're gonna do just what we did right now. We're just gonna chit chat amongst each other, right? Just have the little greeting time. Then we're gonna dive into the meeting, which is today I'm gonna talk about the mindset. And then after that, we're gonna do a mastermind session, which is where questions like what you had, like, how do I take this to my friends? We'll give examples. This is a person that I think could use this. How do I convince them they could use it? We'll have a mastermind session, and then we'll go. So, I skipped something right before. And say, what are the challenges that we had last week? And what are the successes that we had last week? Keeping each other accountable. Because I don't know about you. Saying, you said you were going to do this or that. Where are those pieces at? You know what I mean? So that's what this is all about. And the cool thing is that we're on the same team. Right? So, as Javon is successful, we're all successful. Right. Same thing with Ruben, right? As we all are successful, it all comes back around. It's all good. It's all good. So what is the 10K program? The 10K program was something that I came up with because I wanted to make an extra $10,000 in a year. And I said, how am I going to do that without working harder or trying to get a job? And how can I build something that I can then use to transfer to my kids, right? So I looked into network marketing, and that provided what I think is by far one of the best ways to generate wealth in today's day and age. So I want to walk through kind of what is expected of each person on the team right now, right? So what's expected is a weekly check-in. You don't need to come to our physical meeting, but we just want you to things that come up. So we expect people to just check in on the Facebook, right? What are our goals? Our goals are, I want every single person at this table to make an extra $10,000 this year. Right. Every single person. And I hope that we do more. And we're going to go over the Legal Shield plan in depth. And the goal is to make $10,000. And I believe that's achievable following our plan of 2 a week. 2 a week is the goal. All right. So let's talk about how we're going to get there. We talked about it a little bit in the greeting time, but what is Legal Shield? Legal Shield is like legal insurance. Optional. A lot of people don't have it, but I believe that we need it in this day and age. You pay a small monthly fee for that security blanket at night. And you have a lawyer that's going to help you fight your battles for you. Traffic tickets, rent, wills and trusts. They help you with a contract of any kind. Before you sign up for a credit card, right? Send the contract to them and have them review it. We'll get back to you in 24 hours. That's invaluable, right? Because now you feel like you're taken care of, you're secure, you're protected. You can't, like, what price do you put on that? Right. You know what I mean? Right. So Thomas is here. What up, Thomas? Come on in and have a seat, my man. I was just talking to him about the 10K. These are a lot of things that you've already heard. So,
hey, Thomas, how you doing?
Now, I want to talk to you about Legal Shield and just the fact that there's really no person or business that you cannot sell to, which is exciting, right? The only restriction is the person has to be over 18, and that's it. You can sell this to an elder. You can sell it to a married person, single person. Sell it to a business. You could walk in and sell it to a small business, somebody who's a one-person team. You could sell it to a large corporation. You could walk into a corporation, sell it to them, and then say, let's offer it as an employee benefit to all your people, and you still get paid the same for every single person that signs up under it. Like, that's a massive amount of wealth just based on the right contact. So there's a lot of money to be made, and it's all residual, which means you sell it once, and you get paid for years, for as long as they stay on, right? So you could sell it tomorrow, and if they don't cancel that sucker until 2030, you're getting paid based on the work you did tomorrow. You're getting paid for the next 14 years. That's cool. There's not a lot of things that you can do that with, because on your job, what you do tomorrow, you get paid for at the next paycheck, and that's it, right? So, that's exciting. That's exciting. Now, I have personally been using Legal Shield for about 6 years. So I've been a member of it for about 6 years now. I've used it for a lot of different things. As a business, you can use it as a debt collector, which is really cool. Yeah. And so I have personally saved over $6,000 by using Legal Shield. It's got me that much money based on debt that I wasn't able to collect before. It saved me things. It helped me when I had a battle with one of my employees. And it saved me, there's a lot of things that Legal Shield has done for me personally. So I'm never giving it up. I have it for my business. I have it for my family. So I'm covered. And they have a new foster plan program for people who are foster parents, which is super cool.
That's nice.
So I'm grandfathered into it. I already have all the stuff that comes with that plan. So now, what will it take for you to make $10,000 this year, right? That's a $10,000 question, right? What's it going to take? Well, it's going to take passion. It's going to take commitment. It's going to take consistency, dedication, and grit, right? We got to look at this as a long-term thing. This isn't something where we're going to make money overnight. And really, that's not why we're in it, right? We're not in it to get the check tomorrow. We're in it to get the check tomorrow, and then next month, and then the following month for the long term, right? That's why we're in it. However, because we get a small amount for each sale, that means we have to build something before it becomes something really special, right? So I'm in another network marketing company. I get checks almost every other week because of the work that myself does, my team, and the people who have signed up underneath me. That's cool. I want to take that to the Legal Shield concept and multiply it. Because the other product that I'm on, I can only sell to businesses. It only applies to them. Man, I want to take the roof off this thing. So now I'm going to walk over the numbers that we need to make 10,000 in a little bit later. But you know, one of the cool things about this group is that we're here for accountability and encouragement. Because there's going to be bad days, right? If you've ever been in sales before, you know that there's a lot of days where you just hear no, no, no all the time. But you know what? No is no big deal, right? We all hear no. That just means not right now. Right? Because we know that legal insurance is something that they're going to need. They're either going to buy it now or buy it later or regret it later. Right? Right? I mean, that's it. You only got three options. You're either going to buy it now, buy it later, or regret it later. That's it. Right? So every single person or business can or should be a client for our Legal Shield. And it's up to us to show them the benefits of it. Right? So not just us. It's not just the people at this table that are here supporting. Right? So later on, we're going to have business leaders from the Antelope Valley coming in here and teaching us how to do our jobs better. I have a networking professional coming in. I have Eric Loeffel coming in. He's an internationally acclaimed author. I have Casey Eberhardt, who's going to be in town in a couple of weeks doing something fun. Like this is going to be something that we can take somebody in like Thomas. He doesn't have a lot of business experience. We can take someone in here like Thomas and boom. We're going to help make him successful. We can take someone like Giovanna and Brandon, people who have been in the business world for a long time, and we can make them successful too by refining the system and the processes that we use and working together. The key is working together to build a business because, right, for Giovanna's business, for my business, right, if I don't succeed, I don't really have someone who's got my back besides the people who work in the company. Mm-hmm. That's not a negative. That's just the reality of the situation, right? But in this, everybody has each other's back, right? So as Ruben has challenges that he needs to overcome, we all work together, right? Whether or not we are directly impacted by his sale, we work together because that will help everybody else at the table learn how to overcome the same thing later, right? So that kind of teamwork, that kind of collaboration, that's a game changer for us, right? And so as we work together to build, we have each other to rely on. We have our phone numbers, but more importantly, we have the Facebook group where we can just chime in. I got a meeting today with someone. Here's their life scenario. How do I help? How do I pitch this, right? We can all dive in and work together. I'm a part of the Facebook group for that other network marketing company. And I say, I'm meeting with an insurance agent. How do I pitch this? What's the, what do I use? Boom, 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 boom. Comments just fly in, right? They help me close the deal. So, I hope, are you guys excited about this right now?
I'm very excited.
Are you guys excited about this? This is good? This is good? Right on. Right on, right on. So, all right, so how do we get started? What are the first steps that we need to do to get successful with this? So the first thing we got to do is set goals. We're going to do a group exercise in a minute to talk about this, which is going to be cool. Now we need to look at it from a top-down approach, right? So 10,000 here. What does that mean per month? All right, well, that means it's March, so we got to make $1,000 a month. Okay, well, how are we going to do that? Well, let me encourage you that you're not going to make $1,000 in the next 30 days. That's not, I don't want to say that's not realistic, but that's also not our goal, right? Because if we only get, between now and April, if we only get $500, is that a bad deal? No, because guess what? In May, we're going to get that same $500 again, right?
Right.
We get the monthly, it starts building, right? And as we add team members underneath us and empower them, now we have exponentially more growth. that we can achieve, right? So that's the power of what we're building here. So what can you do to maximize your income potential? It's realistic that we can all work together to achieve. I sat down with Brandon, we worked the numbers. Do you know that if you signed up 2 people a week, and then if you empowered those 2 people to start a system where they were signing up 2 people a week, you would have, what was the number that we figured out?
16,000. No,
Yeah.
6,000.
Yeah, and how long?
And 8 weeks.
Yeah, $6,000 in 8 weeks, right?
That's the people.
6,000 people in 8 weeks? Two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doubles every week.
Yeah, double. Yeah.
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah. So now, is 2 a week an attainable? We're going to talk about mindset in a few minutes. Mindset. Is 2 a week attainable, right? If you're not in the mindset that 2 a week is attainable or that it's a stretch goal, guess what? You're not going to hit 2 a week, right? Because if you're like, man, I cannot hit 2 a week, guess what? You're not going to hit 2 a week. You're just not, right? If you're like, I can hit 2 a week and I'm going to go for it, well, you can hit 2 a week, you know? Now, one of the things, somebody came to me and said, man, I would love to do that, but I don't know how. I could learn to sell, but I don't know how to train, right? Well, guess what? What are we doing at this table right now?
That's right.
What program do we create? We create every single week to train the people that are coming into our team, our family, to learn how to sell. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. We all do it together. Because we're a team, right? We take someone who's totally green, we plot them into the system, we train them up so that they can start to learn how to sell 2 a week. And we create something amazing together, right?
That's right.
So we don't need to do it ourselves. And then somebody else came to me and they reached me out on Facebook and they said, man, what if I don't hit my numbers? And I said, man, the only person that you're going to be letting down is yourself. Because the way that this works is that as you're successful, we're successful, but I'm also not depending on your success. Don't hit 2 a week. I don't want you to keep you from attending the meeting the next week, or being a part of it, because we're all in this together, man. You know what? Some of us are going to have a bad week, and then we're going to make it up a couple weeks later with a killer week, right? So it doesn't matter, right? We're all in this together. We're a family, right? We're building our business. We're building each other's business. We're bringing people in here who have never done this before, and we're teaching them how to make a business together. We're giving them a future that they didn't know that they could attain before they started the 10K program, right? So, because we're going to walk through mindset, time management, how to close people, how to prospect. We're going to talk about the 80-20 rule of how to spend your time and efforts. We're going to really, from week 1 to week 8, we're going to go right down the list of how to build a successful business that you can run yourself. And then we're going to start it over again. So if they come in on week 7, it's not dependent on what we talked about weeks 1 through 6, because we're going to talk about it again. It's just going to be this continual program. So it's going to be super exciting.
I like that.
Yeah. Because we don't want someone to go, oh, I would go, but you're already 4 weeks in. Like, what do you mean we're 4 weeks in? Like, we're going to start it over again. It's not, just because it's week 4 doesn't mean you missed it. Come in, you'll get right back into it week 7 or 8 of your schedule, right? So now, what we're creating here, this concept, these people around the table, what we're creating here is so powerful that I have people in other parts of California waiting to hear my reports about what we are able to build, right? They're like, I want to see what you guys do and see if it works. Because Alex, if what you have works, I want you to come in here and like start a 10K program up in Roseville. So because we have people out here who need this, and we don't know how to deliver this, right? So we're going to do this together, and we have people watching us, encouraging us. They really want to help out in whatever way that they can to make this something. Because what we're doing here, I don't want to make this too lofty, but what we're doing here is kind of we're systemizing the creation of the American dream, right? Because what is the American dream? building something for ourselves and for our ancestors that can be passed on that we're building, right? That's the American dream. Well, how do we make that happen? Especially for someone who grew up in a family where that just wasn't even a part of the language or the equation, right? How do you build someone up who doesn't know how to even take that first step, you know? Well, what if there was a system or a process where people just came in and there's a group around them that was so encouraging, so insightful, so motivating, and they taught them every step of the way how to do it, you know? Because if you don't get it after the first 8 weeks, come on back. We're going to be talking about the same thing for the next 8 weeks, right? Now, the person sitting here might be different, right? Like for the first 8 weeks, it might be me. And then I might say, Ruben, talk about mindset next time, right? So the person sitting here might change, right? And I hope Giovanna comes up here and does it eventually, right? Too, right? So, but here's the thing. We're creating a system that's duplicatable, right? We're not doing something where it's like you've got to be a star in the business world to achieve what they did in 10K, right? So we have people who have been just started. I believe both of you can be successful in the 10K program, right? So we're ready to rock and roll in this, right? This is it. It's going to be fun. So it's exactly on the dot. So we are doing great. So have you got this DVD already?
I think so.
Okay, cool. And then you got it, right? You seen this? Okay, cool. All right. So, and I know you got it. So, all right. So everyone's got the DVD. So let's talk about mindset. Let's talk about mindset. So one of the most, what do you hear? I know you've been in sales for a long time. What are some of the things that you hear about salespeople?
Pushy.
Pushy. What are some of the things that you hear?
That they're slimy.
Con? Okay, what about you, Giovanna? What's some stuff that you hear about?
Salespeople. I mean, pretty much the same thing. Sometimes you might hear a good comment about a salesperson, that they were understanding, they were sincere. They, I felt like they were being genuine with me. I don't always hear that they're slimy or that type of thing, but that can happen. I think for me, I can see it from both angles. I get
because you're a business person.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I know I got to sell to people, so I'm not trying to be slimy.
Yeah, right.
I'm just trying to make the money.
Right. Right. That's it.
So, so for me, it's like, some people are like, oh,
Yeah. So what I want to start a I want to start this language transformation, for lack of a better term. I want us to feel like selling equals service.
Right.
Selling is a service because what we have is something that we all agree that everybody needs it. Right? And we know that if they don't buy it now, they'll buy it later. Right? So we're serving people by helping them out. And so if we have something that people need and we don't offer it to them, what does that make us? Right? What does that make us? If we don't offer it, right? Now, a lot of times the salespeople, we prejudge, right? They don't need it. So I want to encourage all of us, and we're going to work on this in the mastermind session. I encourage all of us to set a goal for the number of people we're going to talk to about this every single day, for whatever days that we work, right? So some of us are going to be doing it 7 days a week. Some of us may be doing it 3 days a week. Whatever that is, you set your own goal for the number of people you're going to talk to so we can all achieve our own goals, right? So, but we cannot prejudge. At the same time, we cannot let a no get us down either, right? Because we're going to hear no a lot. We're going to hear no a lot. When I talked to a rock star about the 10K program, and I said, dude, if you join in here, you bring some people over, this is going to be the best, right? You just wait till you see this take off. He looked at me and said, man, that looks so cool. He's like, I'm gonna come in like maybe in like the summertime. And I said, cool. At that time, we're going to have like 50 people here, but you can come in and be number 51 instead of number 3. That's cool, because the way that this works is it all builds out, So if you're at the top and in the beginning, you're going to be doing a lot better. I'm not saying you're not going to see success. I'm just going to say you're going to be doing better, you know? So he's like, I get it. I just want to see it. That's cool. That's cool, right? With Legal Shield, right? You can talk to somebody and say, man, you really got to get on the ball with this. Like, I know that your rent's coming up. You're about to have to move. What are you going to do to make sure that you get that deposit, you know, back? That's a $1,500 deposit. What are you going to do in case they start to shice you? Right? He's like, I don't know. I don't have an answer. Oh, I do. Right? I got something that could protect your life in case of a catastrophe, your financial life, right? So, and you know, with bill collectors and all that, did you know that they will write letters for you? That's powerful, man. That puts you to sleep at night, right? Knowing that you got lawyers on your side, right? That's it. That's it. So, and every single person that has health insurance and drives a car needs Legal Shield.
Right.
Because really what we're getting behind the wheel of, I don't say this in a negative way, right? But we're getting behind something that could kill people.
True.
God forbid.
Yeah.
God forbid it happens. But man, you never know, right? So every single person needs to have legal insurance. And for $20 a month, seriously? Come on now.
That's right.
That's
Come
cheaper
on.
than Starbucks in a week.
Right.
Yeah, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. $20 a month, right? We can all get behind that, right? So now the key is that we all have to actually have Legal Shield. We all have to, besides be doing it for a business, we all have to buy it. Because if they're like, oh, let me see your app. And you're like, oh, I don't actually have the Legal Shield app, but you should get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a life-saving thing. You should get it. I don't have it, but you should really get it. Like, that's, people aren't going to buy it, right? So, now another thing with the mindset, you know, when I talk to people about starting their own business, a lot of times they look at it like a lottery ticket, right? Like, I'm gonna start my own business and be free, you know? But here's the thing.
They do.
Yeah, right?
Yes, they do.
Right? You've heard it. But here's the thing. When you start your own business, you're not buying a lottery ticket,
No,
right?
you're not.
What you're doing is you're buying yourself a ticket into the long race of being able to own the American dream at some point, right?
Well, here's the thing. Even if you bought a lottery ticket, there's no guarantee that it's a winner.
And if you know,
so
that's
you
it.
can't look at it as it being this lottery ticket and I'm going to be rich tomorrow,
That's it.
you know, because even with a little lottery ticket, you still have to play against a whole bunch of other people
That's it.
and wait
Right.
and
That's
hope your numbers come up, you know. So
Yeah.
when I was in my MLM, I used to tell me the first thing I would say when our conference calls, you are not going to be a millionaire tomorrow.
Right.
Please don't think you're going to be a millionaire tomorrow. 'Cause
Don't
if
get it
you do,
twisted. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
let you know.
disappointed.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
might as well hang up on this call, boo, because
Yeah. It's
ain't
not
gonna
gonna
happen.
happen.
Yeah, that's
Ain't
it.
gonna happen.
That's it. But I can make you your investment back in a month.
Right,
If you work
exactly.
hard with me,
Yeah.
Right.
I'll get your investment back in 30 days.
That's true.
Right?
Absolutely.
So
That's right.
you just set a meeting with every member of your family, whether it's a phone call or not, and then set a meeting with 3 of your best friends. And let's talk to them about it. And before you prejudge them on whether or not you think they're going to buy it, let them tell you they're not going to buy it before you tell yourself they're not going to buy it.
Right.
Right? Right? Because that's the biggest thing.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, absolutely.
Prejudging is like the first thing that we fail at,
Absolutely.
especially network marketing.
Yes.
Especially network marketing. They wouldn't want it. They're too rich for it. They're too poor for it. How do you know what's
You
really
don't know
going on?
what anybody wants.
Yeah, you have no
You
idea.
don't know. You have no clue what anyone wants. I learned that with not only my business, but then of course with the MLM. So like me being in that MLM set me up so that I could understand how people think when it came to me selling what it is, my products that I sell now.
Right.
So it was like, you know, I would be, at first I was like that, in that mindset of, oh, well, they're not going to want to try this on, or they're not going to want this and want that. But then I had to get out of that because it was like, if I want to make money, I can't be always thinking these people don't want this stuff because somebody clearly wants it. There's people out here making $60,000, $70,000 a month.
Right.
So somebody wants this. So whether you know you want it or you don't, I need to present it to you in such a way that's going to, you know, really want it right now, or
Yeah.
this and that, or what is it? Tell me a little bit more about it. And then you start telling them, well, it's this. And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, okay, well, can you come over? Can you sure, I'll show it to you.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
it.
when I get there, I'm about to upsell you on all kinds of other stuff.
Right.
You bought this and 5
Right.
other things. I got this demo going.
Yes.
Go look at this. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I want all that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you sure
See,
do.
yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about mindset real quick. Let's talk about some positive statements, right? So yes, you can do it. We got to believe we can do it. I think it was Henry Ford who said, if you believe you can or you can't, you're right. We have to believe that we can do it. Second thing, people need what we're selling. Because if we believe that people want what we're selling or the maybe, right, then we're already limiting ourselves, right? If you go, man, you need this, and you speak with passion, people will line up for it, right? But if you're like, well, can I show you something? No, you can't show me something, right? No, you can't take a half hour of my time. Yo, you need this. Do you have this? No. Man, you need this. Can we get coffee tomorrow? You got to see this. Oh, okay, what's going on, right? Now they're, you know what I'm saying? So it's a different mindset. And yes, you will build a team. That's another thing that we have to be in the thing of the mindset of. Yes, we will build a team, right? You will build a team. You will build a team. You will build a team. You will definitely build a team. You will build a team, right? So the team is something that we are going to help you with because that's when you maximize your income potential. Right? You selling it one by one, you can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money. But what can you make 3 times your money? Building a team. That's it, right? Building a team. So, and then yes, you can overcome the no's, because a lot of times one of the biggest things that salespeople do when they hear a no is, okay, sorry, right? Hold up. Did you say no because of the cost? Did you say no because you don't need this? Did you say no because did I offend you? No, you didn't offend me. No. Okay, well, what was the no for then? My family doesn't need this. We can't afford this right now, right? Well, we got to overcome that. We got to talk about how we overcome the price question. Because really the price question is, you didn't give me enough value. Because they're going to go to Applebee's tomorrow and spend $45, right? So they got the 20. The 20 is not the problem. The value is the problem. The value is the issue. So we got to overcome that. So, and then, yes, you can make 10,000 a year. If you're like, well, I made $500 the first month, and that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. Step your game up a little bit, right? Take it to the next level, right? So, because we need to focus on that big goal. What's the big goal, right? Because if our big goal is $500 a month, that's not that exciting, and that's not going to keep you going either. That's right. So, and if you're not excited, you aren't going to keep going. And if you quit, you know what you're going to do when you quit? You're going to regret it. Because if you quit a few months in, and then you look back and you see Ruben still crushing it, man, Mac, I should have overcome that. I should have gone past that, right? That's right. So, yeah. So I'm Alex, by the way.
Simon,
nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
So, yeah. So that DVD talks a lot about Legal Shield. I'm sure Ruben's already talked to you quite a bit about it, though, right? Okay, cool. So, so now this is the part of the 10K meeting that I'm most excited about, right? This is the part where every single week we're going to sit down together and we're going to work on each other's issues as a team, right? Now, this is the very first meeting that we've ever had. So there's really not an issue that we can talk about that we've experienced, but what we can do, and what we're going to do this time, is we're going to game plan, right? We're going to game plan. What are we going to do this week? More specifically, what are we going to do tomorrow? And then what are we going to do Thursday and Friday? And then what are we going to do next month? Start achieving our goals, right? What are we going to do in those days, right? Because we don't have issues to overcome except for our own time management and our own goal set. You know what I mean? That's the issues that we have to overcome right now. So we're going to go around the table, and I'm going to pick on my man Ruben to be the very first one here. So Ruben, I want you to write down, number one, I want you to write down how many sales you're going for between now and the end of April. Then how many people you're going to call every day or talk to every day. Yeah, it could be text, it could be Facebook message, you could Snapchat someone. You have legal insurance?
Okay.
So then we're going to come back in a week from now and go, all right, let's open up that graphic where we all wrote down our goals.
Mm-hmm.
How do we do?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So be putting like 10,000 people you're gonna call.
Oh no, no.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
We got to be realistic.
Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic.
2 to 4. Okay.
This is a week.
2 to 4 people a week. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
Mm-hmm. So we said that's
And then how many people are you going to talk to every day about this?
Already so far, let's go.
We've been talking all the time.
I do.
I like it.
That's good. And just looking at today, I already did like three people
Okay.
today.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Now put your name on top of it so we know who that is. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. All right. Simon, I know you're brand new, man, but we're going around the table. So
Mine is
we're talking about, so what we talked about earlier was the main goal for us to go selling 2 a week. That's a great goal for us. Now, you don't need to do that right now. If you're like, man, I don't have the confidence or the mindset to do that, you write down what you're confident in. But write down whatever it is that you're going to try to go for. Ruben's going for 2 to 4 a week to sell. So write down whatever it is that you want to go for, and we're going to encourage you and help you get there.
I think most importantly, you probably want to get more detailed into the product itself.
Probably about the same. Just working wise and
Right on, man. Put it on the board. Put it on the board. Let's do this. Take part in the exercise with us.
They're probably about the same.
Okay.
I do 2 to 5.
Okay. I like that. He's stepping it up a little bit. He's stepping up on the ceiling for you.
Yeah, right?
There it is.
Right.
There it is. And then how many people are you going to talk to a day about it?
You know, when I do that work.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly.
Like, oh, I arrested you, but check this out.
And like we were talking about earlier, think about this. Most of the people at work are not even covered and have their own legal plan. Because I'm pretty sure that the organization doesn't even have that part. Like the healthcare plan, they probably don't offer that. Do they offer that option? Exactly. So it's fortunate. It's that companies, organizations do. So imagine that many people. Because that's what I was talking to Everson about.
Yeah.
Again, and they don't offer that at his college, at his university that he works with, organization. Imagine that. Like, man, you need this. You go to court, you need this. You need this. You better call this people.
Yeah, how many people are you going to talk to a day about this?
I say like 3, 4.
Okay.
I say 4.
All right. Right on. Right on.
And all of it is talking.
That's it.
And that's all we do.
That's it.
Mhm.
That's it.
Mhm.
Brandon, your turn, my man.
Man.
What do you do for a living, Simon?
Loss prevention.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Cool.
And like we were talking about earlier, like
say 3 a week.
For the in this 10K program, it's what you can do as an independent business person, but in a group and a team, not only selling
It's all good, man.
So I can give people good plans for their life and their career, show them how to legal things because they help me because that's how I'm like. With my will, same thing. So most people in this day and time need something. We don't need that. But even with identity, how is that service? Look at this. I show this to people. I cancel my free credit report just to have this.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, let me show you my app. Have you seen all this shit?
Absolutely. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, man. I love the plug on that.
Nice. He's using video marketing right there, my man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Thomas, it's all you, man. I like that. 2 to 4 a week. It's a strong number right there. Talking to 5 people a day. That's good.
Keep it realistic because guess what? I guarantee it's going to go up.
Yeah. You start getting money, you're like, oh man, I gotta talk to more people
Yeah,
about this.
yeah, it's gonna go up. I guarantee you this.
Let's just talk to you, right?
Well, yeah, we got talking to and sales.
Okay.
So the sales was the 2 to 4, and then the talking to was the number underneath that.
So sales. I'm gonna do. I'll put 6.
Oh snap! She took it up to 2 to 6.
And then for the talk to. Okay, so I'm like the Instagram
Yeah.
queen. So
However you want to
I wanna
communicate.
Put it on there.
However you want to communicate.
Okay.
That's up to you.
Okay.
So whatever that is, but think of it as like a one-on-one conversation, even if that's a comment.
Yeah, I can
You
hit them.
know what I
I
mean?
can hit them in their DM, or I can, I can set up my page in such a way that they will contact me and say, "Hey, I'm interested in whatever," because
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it out there the way I promote my business, the way I
Right.
always promote my business with advertising and stuff like that. So,
yeah, yeah. But you don't want to count views to your thing because that's not.
no.
That's not-
I
that
mean,
doesn't
like
count,
for real,
like
like I
conversation.
actually had a conversation. With
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm gonna go for 8
there it is. 8 a day.
a day,
Yeah,
8 a day.
awesome.
It might happen to be more, but
Yeah, I like that. All right, I'm gonna put mine on here. So right now, I'm going for 2 sales a week, and I want to talk to 4 people a day about it. So initially, that's going to be a lot of Facebook and text messages,
Yeah.
but and I'm not counting this, by the way.
yeah.
This doesn't count.
No,
Right?
of course
10K
not.
meeting doesn't count.
Of course
So,
not. Because
yeah.
I want to do the same thing. That's why I was asking Ruben, is there, usually in MLMs, they have like a policies and procedures book where they'll tell you what you can and what you cannot do as far as advertising.
Right.
And I need to see that so I can know what it is I can and I can't do. So like when I was with the other MLM company, I used to have a flyer on the back of these magazines. They were like popular Spanish. They were all in Spanish magazines. And so my flyer was on the back of it, on the back cover. So they call me, they see the flyer and they call me and ask me about the stuff, so I wanted to see like what we can and what we can't do.
In
as far as
general,
advertising.
in the back office, there are advertisements that you can use. In general, the thing is as much as you can, copy and paste the descriptions of the products and the materials they use already, and then always call yourself a Legal Shield independent associate.
Okay.
If you do those 2 things, you copy and paste the descriptions of the products and you call yourself a Legal Shield independent associate, you're pretty good.
Okay.
So it's when you start making promises you can't keep personally,
Right.
or you start claiming different things about, like, for example, trial lawyers. You're like, you get free trial lawyers. Like, Legal Shield's gonna knock on your door. Hey, actually, you don't get free trial.
Right. You have to earn
You get a
that, so you
couple
have to, like, earn
hours,
that.
and
Everything
then
else
you know what I
is
mean.
discounted.
So
Right.
yeah. So don't use the word free. Preface that. So they're gonna do things like that, but you can advertise it all day long, any day of the week. Facts tell the story, but stories sell the product,
That's right.
right? Stories are what sell, because you gotta do that, protect yourself after you're gone, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Ruben can get up and say, hey, this is what happened in my real life. This is what happened when my ex-wife died. And this is how having a will and trust protected us. Or how we lost because we didn't have that. Story, I'm buying it more, And then for a business, I can say, this is how having Legal Shield protected me because they owed me money and they weren't paying me.
Right.
So I said, okay. So I walked out, called up Legal Shield, boom, a letter was in the mail. Week later, where do I send the check to? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So, so you're getting that letter in the mail says a lot. And it protects you when people start to get the business world, They hit me up like, hey, you defrauded me, blah, blah, blah. No, I didn't. You know, and they're like, you want to try that in small claims? Sent them a letter. You better stop harassing me, right? You ain't getting that money. So keeps them quiet. You know what I mean? So they had a legit claim, they would have already gone to court,
Well, of course.
right?
Yeah.
They don't have a legit claim. They're just trying to shake me down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool. I got Legal Shield behind me. So, yeah, so that's what's up.
Mhm.
That's what's up, right? So you get pulled over on a traffic stop. Who's got your back, right? Who's got your back when they start shaking you down,
That's
right?
true.
Legal Shield. That's who's got my back. So, so this is powerful. So I'm going to go back around the room because this is recorded. I want this to be on the recording. So Ruben said he's going to sell 2 to 4 a week and talk to 3 people a day. Strong.
That's right.
Simon said he's going to sell 2 to 5 a week. He's going to talk to 4 people a day. So he took Ruben's number and took it up a notch. Brandon said he's going to sell 3 a week and he's going to talk to 165 people per week. So that's 165 divided by 7. It's like 20-ish. I can't do the math in my head right now. I'm too hungry. All right. So Thomas is going to do 2 to 4 a week, talk to 5 people a day. 6 a week. So she's taking all of our numbers and taking it up a notch. And she's going to talk to 8 people a day. I'm going to go for 2 a week, and I'm going to talk to 4 people a day. So, because for me, I think a lot of people around the table kind of have the same thing. Like we all have our quote unquote day job, right? So we got to make sure that we kind of fit it in, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be pushing it, but I'm going to be pushing it on a regular basis. People setting up appointments to talk to them about this. So, so we got 10 minutes left in our meeting right now. By the way, this is one of the big things that 10K is going to be about is punctuality. Because you know, almost every single person around this table has a family at home that's relying on them. You know you're going to get out by 7 every week. More than likely, you're going to be like, just give me an hour, right? So, so here's what I want to do. I want to go around the room and say, who are you going to recruit as your next team member? Because if you haven't thought about it until now, it'll get the wheel spinning, right? So who are you going to recruit, Ruben, for your next team member? Boom, Simon in the house.
Yeah,
All right, Simon is on. Right on. Simon, who are you going to recruit as somebody who can join your team?
My dad.
Right on.
Here.
Awesome. Brandon, who are you going to recruit? Do you have a specific person in mind?
The entire brand group.
Nice.
Everyone.
Yeah, everybody. Thomas, who are you going to recruit as your team member? Recruit as your team member.
My friend Nia, and I have another friend named Nisha.
Awesome. Right on.
He's really good.
Yeah, Nia.
I set up appointment with him for Saturday.
Yeah.
Nice. We're already setting appointments.
Yeah.
We're already doing the thing. It's good. We're going to start hitting it in no time.
Oh, she's a financial planner.
Oh,
But she,
Right.
but she wants, but I think,
Right.
yeah. So
So
she's coming in, so she's going to get her to sell that.
Wow.
Right now.
Right.
Crushing it. So now I want to talk to you about people to look for good teammates.
Right.
People to look for, right? They fit this description. Number 1, they're hungry, right? They're hungry. Because what you don't want is someone like, that's a good idea. I'm going to sign up and think about it. Like, man, you aren't doing anything. Come on now, right? Find someone who's hungry. Number 2, somebody who is already in a commission-based job. You don't sell, you don't eat. They know the deal, right? So that would go under insurance agent, right? Because they're selling State Farm insurance, and they can sell Legal Shield,
Right. True. Very true.
right?
That's very true.
Hey, how else can I help you while you're here renewing your auto policy,
Mhm. Right.
right? All day,
Real estate agent.
all day. Real estate agents, mortgage lenders,
Mhm.
and the big one, financial planners,
That's right. That's
right? Financial planners,
That's right.
financial planners. Those are great people to have on your team.
That's good. Yes.
So if they're hungry, they're already in a commission, right? And if they're already doing another network marketing product, right? Because they already have a team, right? They already got a team that they can market this to. They already know how to build a team. They already know how to sell a product, right? They already got it. They got a treasure trove that they just got to reach into at this point for the Legal Shield product, right? So they're a great person to talk. So if you hear someone, you're like, oh, you're a Mary Kay? Oh, we got to have coffee,
Mhm.
right? So you do Avon, you do It Works, right? Right? You've done the deal. I don't need to explain to you how to make money because you know it. I'm going to show you how you can make more money than you ever made doing what you're doing now. And I'm going to show you how this product doesn't have a limit like Mary Kay to women or right. This doesn't have a limit anymore. Anybody can buy this product, right? So you've seen someone who's in that already? Get him in, right? Get him in. Fourth, somebody who is retired, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who's retired and is like, man, I got nothing to do. Let me give you something to do. And I know that retirement's paying the bills, but what's buying date night?
Right.
Right? Now if the kids are gone, what's buying date night? Let me show you what can buy date night. I got something that's going to be really cool. And all of your friends, by the way, Mr. Retired Senior Person, can buy this because you know what? It does your will and trust for free. Right? It does your will and trust for free. So hungry, they're already in a commission-based job. They're already got their own MLM or know about how to run an MLM program, and if they're retired, right? Because what you got to do is say, number one, this is for you, and number two, you got to make an investment in yourself if you're going to join on the team. You got to make that investment in yourself to say, I'm going to put the money down, and then I'm going to push it, right? So, because what we don't want is we don't want people to get discouraged, right? Not that that's on us. Right? But we want to make sure that we're finding people who are a good fit for what we're doing. Right? So, and you know who's hungry right now? Covered California people are hungry.
Exactly.
Because that enrollment period has closed.
It's closed.
Right?
Yeah.
Man, anybody who is a part of Covered California, this is wide open market right now. Right?
Yeah.
Wide open. So, also anybody who is in real estate right now, man, it's about to get real cold out there, right? So, and people who already are in a different insurance, auto insurance, whatever, man, they're like, how do I make a sale today?
Teachers.
Oh,
Yep, that's
man.
big.
Relationship.
And they're about to be going on break.
They got summer break coming up.
break.
How are we going to make money on summer break?
Right.
How are we going to make money? I got an idea. Sell legal insurance, right? That's it. So you guys, I know that we can do this. I know we have a great plan in place. Let's go out there and crush it this week. And I'll see you.